welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome, so glad you popped by. And if you've been around a while, well, I'm very happy you came back. So here we go. I have decided to show a couple of tricks that I used to catch up on my journaling, because I am always behind. I am always playing catch up, and sometimes, you don't want to do the whole massively intricate pages. So my first tip is to use large photos or a photo collage, and you can either just pop it down on the page and there, that day is done, or as in my case, you can tip it in and have lots and lots of photos on the one page. And these photos are I think they're great. As we are all in various stages of lockdown, one gets a little bored, and these two were thoroughly bored, and so they decided to do some great makeup, go outside and take photographs, and I thought they came out really, really well. So it was a fun time for them and a fun time for me, because I get to put in the photos and use up some of these stickers which came in the Sticky Club kit. I don't remember which one, it was last year sometime, but very princessy themed, and they're very cute, so I was super happy to stick them down there. And there you go, that page is done. Now the page on the left I did do the other day, and that is a bit more intricate and took a long time, because my drawing painting skills are not, they're not fantastic. But I did decide to do a teacup. And yes, my second tip is use printables or your own artwork, and I've done both of those here. I drew my cup and saucer, and I am using some of Courtney Diaz's printables. I belong to her Patreon, and she just knocks it out the park every month, and it's super fun, and I like using them in there. So there we go, and I can explain this day if you like. It was fun again. Lockdown boredom set in, and so Jessica and I had actually cleaned out our cupboard the other day and discovered that we had quite a lot of tea. So we decided, they decided to do a blind tea tasting, and I got out the Royal Albert tea set, because, if you've got it, use it, honestly. I have come to the conclusion that hanging on to things for, a special day, it may never happen, so you might as well use it. I do admit that it's back in the cupboard again. I have a display cabinet, which I'm looking at right now, which has all my fancy tea and china and stuff in it, so it is back there, but we did use it, and they felt very posh, and and Jamie, Tamsin's boyfriend, got 10 out of 10. It was a lot of fun, I must admit. So that was a long-winded story, and in the meantime I've been doing all sorts of things, but it's still on the theme of using printables and just sticking stuff down. And that is a tip that I picked up from Courtney, actually, is to use clear sellotape if you don't want to use washi to put a tip in. Just use clear sellotape and you can still see what's underneath it. Tip number 3, get out your journals and see what you did before and do it again. And those stamps were designed by Erit Landgraf. She is here on YouTube. She's fantastic. She does wonderful things, and she collaborated with Jen Scow and produced some stamps, and I got hold of them and I love it. And yes, this is so funny. I only realized as I was editing the video, I was so chuffed with myself for managing to fit the word in perfectly, and then it dawned on me as I was staring at it that I left out an L. So clearly I can't spell, or I don't know, but anyway, I do correct it by adding in a little L, which I'll show you at the end when I do a little flip through to show you how they ended up after I'd put my journaling on. But to get back to this little tip, is I had used these stamps before and I wanted to use them again, so I am just kind of recording what I am reading at the moment, what TV programs we're watching, and how the day went, and her stamps are just perfect for that. And again, Another little tip is if you don't want to do a whole elaborate colouring in session, or you don't want to, take the time to draw your own things, get your stamps out and get your Tombow markers or your mild liners or whatever medium you have and just colour them in. Super quick, super fast, and I think it turns out really great. So I had a lot of fun colouring in with the Tombows and my mild liners. In fact, I've been having a lot of artistic fun lately with watercolours and all sorts of things. So there are some upsides to this whole being at home all the time. And I must say that I admire and sympathise and empathise with all you mums or dads. I honestly don't know if I have any male viewers. Parents out there who are doing this with small children. I hats off to you, because my kids are big, and it's not that easy with them being big, but it must be a lot easier than when you have have to keep little children occupied all the time. So my deepest not sympathies, that's the wrong type of word. I admire you. So I do enjoy putting little shadows underneath my drawings. I'm not very good at it, but I think it sort of completes it. Gives it something. So I took some time to tick off the little check boxes there, and the one about the TV review. I love it. It says I miss Friends, because, well, who doesn't miss Friends? And yeah, the cats. Okay, the cats have decided that quarantine and isolation and everything is the best thing since bubblegum, because now they get to annoy me all the time. Especially because I now work in the dining room area, and yeah, they're around here. Okay, so let's quickly do tip number 4. Because it's up on the screen. Use up a bunch of cute stickers, and that's exactly what I'm doing. But to get back to the cats, I then they were annoying me, and you can see in that photograph there, where I will flip back to it at some point, behind me is the window, and there is a counter there, and I put a towel on there thinking, okay, well, that should sort it out, and it did for a bit, except I have 4 cats, and the 2 main protagonists are Smudge and Toothless, and they then decided that they both wanted the towel, and so then they were kind of time sharing the towel, and that wasn't working. So I put another towel up there, and they are currently sleeping behind me as happy as anything. So you gotta love cats. And yeah, so there you go. I am putting a bunch of stickers on and using them up and feeling very chuffed with myself, because I used up 2 sheets of stickers in this journaling session, and I think that's pretty damn fine. So, and yes, and is this my last tip? Yeah, I think this is my last tip. Use the washi. There we go, finally. Washi tape for the win. And yeah, I have quite a few really nice rolls of washi that are images and things. As you can see there, these ones are all buildings, and I figured I could just put them on there. And what's nice about these types of washi tapes is that the background is clear, so when you put it on, it really does look like they are part of the page. And yeah, so that's what I did there. And here again, got my photos, stuck my photos down, and I'm going to stick a different piece of washi down, and then I am done. And all I did after that, and I must say this didn't take very long, it must have been, I think it was about an hour and a half maybe, and I caught up on 6 days, and all I had to do was my journaling. And I'm finding these days that I'm journaling way more than I used to, so I kind of find that a little bit interesting. And yeah, I'm going to do a really quick flip through. Well, it's not very quick, it's actually quite slow, and I was showing you there that I did actually put the L in. And yeah, I journaled some of the days, I journaled what happened that day, some of the days I journaled how I'm feeling right now, and yeah, it's been fun, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I do hope you've enjoyed this video and found the tips useful, and yeah, have a wonderful day, and we will chat again soon sometime. Like and subscribe, and bye bye.